Hi, I'm Grayson McFarland. I'm here to do my informative speech over the pyramids of Giza. I'm going to start off by giving you a little bit information about the Egyptian society. The Egyptians believed that the pharaoh was a god sent from up above to lead their people. They believed strongly in an afterlife in which the Ka, or the life force, would reunite with the Ba, or physical manifestation, to become an Ka, or spirit. They believed that the Ka of an important person, especially the pharaohs, was inadequately prepared for the afterlife, that their soul will wander unsatisfied throughout the world and cause mischief for the living. So it was in society's best interest to ensure that the pharaoh's body and spirit were well served. This goal led to the construction of enduring tombs for royalty and the development of mummification to preserve the body. Tombs, rather than temples or palaces, became the most lasting religious structures. The earliest tombs were called mastabas. They were built as eternal houses for the departed and were in all likelihood based on the design of the dwelling of the living. They sought greater durability than mud and sticks, though, so they started using brick and eventually started using stone. Egyptian pyramids evolved into elaborate burial places for pharaohs. They took decades to build, and construction often began while pharaohs were alive. Elaborate rituals were performed inside the tomb chambers to ensure that the transformation from life to death was successful. The Great Pyramids of Giza is located at the northern edge of the Giza Plateau. It was originally built just for King Khufu, but after he died, the next two pharaohs, his sons, Khafre and Menkaure, built their pyramids next to his. That's building across time. Khufu's is the largest, standing at 449.5 feet, having lost 31 feet to erosion. Even though in pictures, Khafre seems to have the edge because it stands on higher ground than that of Khufu's. Most of the pyramids are built of limestone, although the king's chamber is made of granite. The base of the Great Pyramid is a square and covers 13 acres, so that means each side is 756 feet, or an area of 5.5 acres. To put that in a proportion you can really understand, that means you could fit nearly 10 football fields into the base of it. The Great Pyramid contains 2.3 million blocks of stone, Virginia Merrill. The average weight per block of stone is 2.5 tons. Its estimated weight is a whopping 6.5 million tons. Scientists and historians have calculated that with the workforce they had, they would need to place a block every 3 minutes. That's a 2.5 ton stone every 3 minutes. The outside was cased in limestone so that it could be protected from erosion and weathering, but it has been stolen over time from looters. With the masonry that was built, you could build nearly 30 Empire State Buildings. This amazing structure was the tallest in the world for nearly 4,000 years, and it only took 23 years to build. With new findings in the archaeological field, the estimated amount of total workers is only 20 to 30,000. How could this be possible with the limited resources and technology that were available? You got to remember, these people were only in the Bronze Age. We still don't know how exactly this amazing feat was built, but there's quite a few hypotheses. One proposed by Franz Lohner suggests that the stones were transported up the pyramid with a system of sledges on tracks and rope roll stations installed directly on the pyramid flank. Another theory is that a massive ramp was built against one full face of the pyramid and was lengthened as construction proceeded. A ramp this side would have been 1.5 kilometers in length. Due to the effect of friction, the movement of the stones would have been quite difficult, but scientists have recreated the conditions under which the pyramids were built and found it possible for 3 people to move one ton block over a wet stone surface. They've calculated that the perfect water to sand ratio to move things is 0.05% of water in the sand. Lastly, there's been speculation that the Egyptians didn't build the pyramid at all, that there was absolutely no way humans could accomplish this feat, and that the only explanation is that aliens built them. Personally, I find this extremely ignorant and unfair to the Egyptian workers who built these amazing wonders. And that would be the end of my speech. Thank you for your time.